Movie Insight วันนี้นะคะแอนอยู่ที่โรงภาพยนตร์ SF Central World ค่ะเพราะว่าช่วงสัปดาห์นี้นะคะมีการจัดเทศกาลภาพยนตร์โลกแห่งกรุงเทพครั้งที่ 13 และหนึ่งในหนังที่มีความน่าสนใจเรียกเสียงฮือฮาจากผู้ชมได้ไม่น้อยก็คือเรื่อง Arabian Nights จากผู้กำกับโปรตุเกสมิเกลโกเมสค่ะ
They don't know the Portuguese people. In fact, they don't know what love is.
และตอนนี้นะคะแอนอยู่กับผู้กำกับคนเก่งคุณมิเกลโกเมสแล้วค่ะ Hi well
Hello.
welcome to the show first of all let's talk about your movie the Arabian Nights what inspired you to make these movies
Well, first there is the book, no? The book Arabian Nights, which
Yeah.
is a collection of tales from the Arabic culture. But to tell you the truth, I didn't shot any page of the book.
No.
So I just took one character, which is a princess called Sherazad. And Sherazad, she's telling stories to the king. But in the book, she's telling stories of this culture, the Arabic culture. And in my case, in my film, she's talking about Portugal nowadays. So she's telling tales with genies too, like in the book, with fantastic creatures. But she's talking about the reality of Portugal nowadays.
And how do you separate it into like 3 volumes, right?
Yeah,
6 hours.
Yeah, you know, when we were making the film, we thought this time we are really working very hard. And then in the end, only in the end, while I was editing, I understood why we were so tired making this film because it was not 1, it was 3.
Yeah.
So it was like making the Star Wars in just one time because the film is about Portugal and I guess there's lots of stories to tell about Portugal nowadays. So we just keep shooting and by the end we finished with 3 films.
How long does it take to take these movies?
Yeah, it was like 2 years and almost 1 year shooting, not every day, but during a period of 1 year we were shooting in that moment, writing, shooting, and we had also a team of journalists with us, 3 journalists that were researching what was happening in the country. And so they were giving to us every week, and then we were choosing which stories we could film, and then we transformed it into fiction, into stories.
I have to admit that I already watched the volume 1 and I feel like it's like a collage, you know, of many story and it includes the story about you and your team also. Why do you put yourself into the film? Again.
It's a little bit as the book. The book is also has very dramatic stories, but also adventurous stories or very comical, comedy stories. And so the film has to invent like space for everything. So there is this moment, also this story of this, I guess, a little bit stupid film director or coward film director, which I play.
Yes.
But it's only a character,
Okay.
It's not me. And he gets so scared with this film that he runs away. He runs away from his own film and the technicians, the crew is going after him.
And it's like a story within a story, right? Because the crew have to tell the story also to get to for them to survive.
Yeah, this one of the things I really like in this book is that it's like a labyrinth. And you know, sometimes inside the story, you have a story, and inside the story, you have a story. And so it's like these Russian puppets, you know, you open and there's another little one inside. And I really like this because I think it's more fun. It's for the pleasure of finding that in every story there's lots of stories that can also be told. There's not only one story.
How was the feedback back at Cannes?
Well, it's a very personal film. It's not like a very industrial film. We don't have that in Portugal. Portugal is very little, and so we do very personal kind of films. And it was okay. It was okay for this kind of film. It was released, and of course some people loved it and some people hate it. But this is cinema. It's like this.
And we all know that you also met your idol of filmmaking there also. Who was he?
Apichatpong is, for me, it's one of the best directors of the world. I think if I was a Thai, I would be very proud to have such a film director. He's very good, and he's very important to me. And so I didn't work with him. He was doing his own film. I worked with his director of photography, cinematographer, called Sayon Pu. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sayon Pu Mukdeprom, and who usually works with Apichatpong.
Yes.
And he made a wonderful job. Even he came to Portugal. He lived there in Lisbon, in the capital of Portugal, for 1 year. He was like this during the shooting. He was always prepared for everything. And as you have seen in the film, you have very different moments in the film. So he had to use very different techniques or very different ways to shoot. And he was always ready for more complicated things or more simple, and so he was wonderful.
You were a critic before, right? Do you think that being a critic also helped you in filmmaking?
When I was a film critic, I guess I have the reputation of being a very severe,
Really?
saying this is not good, this is not good. I think it's a myth. I was not that severe, but I had this reputation. And so I guess that people gave me money for the first time to make a film because they thought, well, this guy is talking about other people's films, so let's put him making a film for him to learn a lesson, you know? And in fact, I guess I made a very bad short film.
Oh, really?
But no one understood, and so I continue, and I guess I improved a little bit.
Do you have any suggestion for Thai filmmaker in order to be successful or make a good film?
Well, try to be personal, I guess, and watch the films by Apichatpong.
Oh, really? It's very honored. And what do you like about Apichatpong's film?
No, I think they are beautiful. He's very good filming nowadays the reality, what is vision of Thai society, but at the same time he's filming, maybe, I don't know, maybe because of the Buddhist culture, he's also filming other worlds, not only present, but other times, and this is very moving to me, how we can connect all these worlds, and how he does it in such a gentle way. I think his films are very gentle with the viewer, and it's a pleasure to me it's an honor to me to be watching his films.
And any final words to Thai fans of yours?
Well, try to watch Arabian Nights if you can and see if you're still my fans or not.
Revolvem arbustos na floresta, afugentando coelhos. Percorre